The Russian capture of Europe's largest nuclear power plant is sparking fear worldwide. Earlier, a massive fire erupted at the complex in southeastern Ukraine, and the flames have since been put out. Let's bring in Christina Ruffini, who is tracking the story from Poland for us. So, Christina, I mean, you hear a fire at a nuclear plant, and you can't help but to be very, very concerned. So bring us up to speed in terms of what's the latest, what happened, and where do things stand now?
I mean, especially a fire at a nuclear plant in Ukraine, which has a bad history of this. There's some good news, if there is some good news, and I'm going to take you through what a diplomatic source sent to me a little while ago. They said the reactor went into emergency shutdown, so it's critical that they're monitoring all the systems. They couldn't shut off the power completely because there's a fear that it could destabilize the entire Ukrainian power grid. So what they've done is they're kind of lowering it down. They're lowering the output down slowly. They have a 10-day supply of diesel to run generators and power the pumps and the cooling systems. Now, they don't know at this point if some of that diesel burned, if some of that diesel was compromised by the airstrikes. And the communications have been poor. They are talking to people inside the reactor, but that reactor is currently under Russian military control. Now, this is a different kind of reactor. You know, immediately you think of nuclear in Ukraine, you think of Chernobyl. This is not the same kind of reactor. This reactor is a closed system. It's essentially what happens is the nuclear material boils water, and the water brings steam that goes up and turns turbines, and that's what's used to create the electricity, to create the energy. The water then condenses and goes back down, and it's a closed system. So the problem with the Chernobyl reactor is it was a graphite reactor. Graphite is highly, highly flammable, and that's what ended up exploding and melting down the core. So it is a much more stable reactor. It's a Soviet reactor, but I'm told it's a better system, and we actually have a similar type of reactor in Maryland, not too far from Washington, D.C.
So, Christina, when I was sort of reading into this, it seemed like some people were befuddled as to why Russia would attack a nuclear power plant in this way. Because the thing about it is, we understand why you might want to take control of a nuclear power plant, but if the attack goes wrong, it could be wrong for everyone, including Russia. So what is the thinking about the strategy here?
I mean, I think strategy might be a strong word. A text I got from a diplomat this morning in all caps was, "This is why you don't fight wars near nuclear facilities." Look, it's when you're trying to take over a country, you try to hit critical infrastructure, and power is a critical infrastructure. You know, if the cities don't have power, people can't charge phones, communications goes down. It's a strategic disadvantage. The issue is when that power is nuclear, it's not safe. It's not safe for you. It's not safe for your forces, and it's certainly not safe for the rest of Europe. As you said, this is the largest nuclear facility in Russia. Now, the monitors at the facility sent a report to the IAEA a little while ago, and we've obtained that report. They said at present, no changes in the radiation situation have been registered. They have several different reactors on the premises. Some are getting shut down, but all are stable. It says Unit 1 is out. Units 2 and 3 have been disconnected from the grid. That's the power grid, and are cooling down. Unit 4 is operational, and Units 5 and 6 are being cooled down. The problem here is, what do we do now, right? This has been cut off. They've said that they are currently occupied by Russian Federation forces. What is the objective here? Are they going to try to shut down this plant? Are they going to try to cause more chaos? And are they going to stop dropping bombs and sending munitions towards nuclear reactors, which is something that everyone would really like them to stop doing?
All of those options sound absolutely terrible and terrifying. Christina, thank you.